Hey guys, welcome back to the Recoil channel. Today we're doing a review of what the channel was actually based off of, guns. So you may have seen a video, if you watched my channel and watched other videos of mine, you may have seen a small video of us shooting a tan shotgun. Well, that was the Savage Stevens Mod 320 12 gauge security pistol grip ghost ring sight shotgun, which is right here. No, I'm not hitting her in the face. There's the pistol grip. Of course, there's the rings, sight rings. It is, oh, that's safety. Here's the button, here it is. It is pump action, 12 gauge. It's got a sling mount on it. It is pretty easy to take down when you need to take it down. I will show you that in a bit. But right now, let's talk about it. We shot it. So this is actually apparently the model before they went to craft. There's 2 or 3 years after this particular year. I forget the year of this one. I don't think it says in the box. But after that year, these apparently went downhill. And they were supposedly so crap, you know, it didn't want to shoot straight, even though it's smooth bore. They weren't reliable, they jam. We had no problem with any of that with this one. The only problem we had with it is it's an asshole. This thing kicks so hard. It's ridiculous. I actually, a couple days later, had to go to a walk-in clinic because of it. Because right here and my thumb swelled up pretty bad. And it hurt. Yeah, I kind of had already a pre-injury, but that was from years ago, but it kind of healed up. Well, this shotgun, because the pistol grip did not help that. But it kicked hard, and it's very accurate. Had no problems jamming, no problems, well, it had no problems with jamming, because it didn't jam. The sights were easy to see down. Nothing got stuck. There's no problems at all. Safety worked. It was sort of comfortable. At least in my shoulder. It wasn't in my hand. But in her shoulder, it was beating the crap out of her.
Yeah, I had some bruises afterwards. And we've shot a shotgun before, so it's not that we've never shot one. It's just this one is...
Well, the last one we shot was a 20 gauge. This is a 12. This is bigger.
Well, in this case, I'm not a fan of a bigger shotgun that kicks more. I shot it so I could learn how to shoot it. I love a pump action shotgun. For me, I like the sound, pretty much. I think it sounds cool when you're pumping it. But once I started shooting it, when I was done, I was done. There was no, let's keep shooting it. No. You won't see me willingly shoot this gun unless I absolutely have to.
I have shot a 12 gauge in the past when I was a lot younger. but I do prefer a 20. It didn't help. My brother reloaded his own rounds, so he loaded them hotter than what they were supposed to be. So they hit harder than this one, but this still hits hard. And these are just on regular target shells.
Yeah.
Yeah, target loads.
Yep.
So, I mean, I had fun with it up until I couldn't really move my thumb much anymore because of the swelling. But I do like it. I don't know how often we're going to shoot it, but it was, to me, yeah, you don't really aim a shotgun, but you kind of point and shoot. But the sights were, I think, really good. I think the back, yeah, if you look here, I don't know if you can see them, but the back is supposed to be adjustable sights. The front, I don't think is. It looks like it might be fixed. So I think that might be a fixed sight. But it is unloaded, of course. Let me tear it down.
Tear it down.
So, I gotta remember how to do this. It's been a while. Boop, I think we pop it down a little bit. Unscrew this. Take off the barrel. And there it is, tore down. Now it will fit in that box she was holding.
Mm-hmm.
But without it tore down, it's a little too long for the box. But this is why I want to get another box for this. One of those hard cases. We have a hard case, but it fits the 20 gauge because it's longer. And the 20 gauge doesn't have the pistol grip. So we put this back on. We go through here like this. Put the cap back on. There it went. So it works. Yep, locked up. And now you're ready to go again. It is pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can open this up. There's the button, there we go. Put one in here if you want. Pop shut. And load it through here. But, because this is so new, that spring gets pretty tight in there. It seems a little loose right now. At least looser than what the first time was. But, you keep loading it and it gets really hard and it starts kind of cutting into your thumb. Mm-hmm. And it starts hurting. If you leave shells in here, the shells start kind of collapsing in on themselves. So I would recommend, if you do find one of these, don't leave the shells in them. Actually take them out. And the newer models, their buttstock is not smooth like that. They got like they got a nice pattern in them. But they're also the ones that apparently aren't as reliable and have problems. So if you can get this style, I suggest getting this one. It is reliable. I mean, we were putting it through its paces. It did not hiccup once.
Mm-mm.
It actually liked when you went faster. Even though our hands and shoulders didn't.
No.
But the box hated us too. But yeah, that's the Savage 320, Savage Stevens. They do make a 20 gauge model of this, or at least they did. Some people got lucky somehow and was able to get the 12 gauge barrel and the 20 gauge barrel included in the box. Mine didn't come with a 20 gauge barrel. And apparently that was rare that happened. But you could get a 20 gauge barrel. So I wanted to get a 20 gauge barrel for this. It does look a little bit different with a 20 gauge barrel. Because I don't believe these are on there. Of course, there's a 20 gauge barrel, I believe is still smooth bore. But yeah, and there is one you can buy that is just 20 gauge. The whole shotgun. They do make it in black, or at least they did. I don't know if the new models come in black. I don't know if they're even still making this model of shotgun. I haven't checked lately. But the trigger was nice.
Oh yeah, the trigger was good.
You didn't really have far to pull.
Mm-mm.
I'm not going to demonstrate it because I don't really like dry firing my guns. Even though modern guns are supposed to be able to handle it. But here's your safety button. Red's out, so it's ready to fire. Red's in, so now there's no red there. So now it ain't the trigger ain't gonna be pulled. You can. It's got Picatinny rail here. Well, to me these look like Picatinny rails. I think they're different rails. One here, and you can mount a scope here. So that was one here, and another rail here, so you can mount some type of scope on it in case you want to fire slugs, or just a scope in general. Because like I said, if you tighten up the pattern on this, it is very accurate. Although you can't really tighten up the pattern on this because it is not chokeable. There's no threads in there for a choke. So I don't know about the 20 gauge barrel, but the 12 gauge is not chokeable. So if your shotgun absolutely needs to be chokeable, this is not the gun for you. Everything's nice and smooth. Like I said, trigger was nice. It felt comfortable. I mean, there's a pistol grip. I mean, it's comfortable. It's just when it recoils into your arm and shoulder and thumb, you start feeling it and your hand doesn't feel too great. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it's because it's a pistol grip model and we're just not used to it, but it's an asshole. That's all I'm going to say about that. But would it be great for home defense? Probably. Sorry, I have something in my eye, and no, it's not my finger.
I will say this next for me real quick. Pros for this are that it's well made.
Yeah.
It's well made. Like he said, it never jammed on us. It's definitely a good, solid shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Cons for this are that it is on the heavier side.
Yeah, it is
which,
heavy.
I get that. You're going to have that with a gun. You're going to have some weight. And once you add your shells to it, thank you, it gets a little bit heavier.
Do you think that's heavier than the 20, even though the 20 is longer?
It kind of is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 20 is more wood based. This is...
That's a synthetic, so that's technically supposed to be lighter. Well, this is metal. This is like a synthetic stock.
Yeah. I mean, to me, this is heavier than the 20.
Well, it might be because the way it's designed and it is a 12 gauge.
Right. Just a note here. I don't know if you can see this, but the bottom of this is, of course, it's got the point to it. If you don't have this sitting on your shoulder right, as I quickly learned, you do some damage.
Yeah, there was a couple times when she shot it, she had the point right in her shoulder and there was nothing cupping her shoulder.
Yeah.
And then she shot it before I could even say anything, and then she, of course, winced because it hurts.
Yeah.
It's like someone shoving a very sharp knuckle into it really hard.
Yeah. And you feel it the next day. You really do.
But the thing is, she's really weird when it comes to shotguns and rifles. The longer the gun, the more weird she holds it, and I can't figure out what she's doing wrong. Because she lays her head more on the shotgun than I do. I'm like right here. She's like this. And I can't figure out what she's doing wrong. I don't know if her shoulder's too low, she's not raising it up enough, or what. But we noticed the shorter the shotgun, like if she's holding a youth gun, she's holding it actually a little bit better than a full-size shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
But that 20 gauge, her head is like laying on it. And I watched recently the video of this, and even though it's shorter, her head's still laying on it.
And to
looking
me,
down the sights.
It's comfortable. Like, that's how it's comfortable for me, but it's something I need to work on because I'm aware that I'm not positioning it right.
Yeah, and I think that's why these type of guns hurt her more in the shoulder than it does me, because she holds it weird and odd over me and everyone else I see. So she'll like get the point of the butt right in her shoulder, and then she's making a face after she shoots it. I'm like, well, yeah, you had the point of the butt in your shoulder. You had no pad there.
Right.
And then when she does the pad, it's like she's thrown way off. So I can't figure out her hold. If you guys go back and watch our other videos where we're shooting at least this or the 20 gauge is going to be an old video. But if you do see her shoot this one, you can see her stance and how she's holding it. If you look at that, tell us what she's doing wrong.
Yeah.
Because
constructive feedback is appreciated.
Yeah.
I'd like to learn.
I try and fix it, and then it doesn't work for her, or it doesn't feel comfortable for her. I don't know if it's a muscle memory thing where she just has to get used to that,
Right.
or if she needs a specialty design shotgun or rifle, or if she needs to look in the youth area, which we've thought about, because they have youth 410s and youth 20 gauges, and not so sure about 12 gauges, but
I'm not sure I want a 12 gauge.
well, the harder hitting 12 gauges are usually pump, but you like pump.
I do.
You're not much of a semi-auto shotgun fan for some reason. But she likes the sound of the pump.
Yes.
The pump makes.
It sounds cool to me.
I like both. I when it comes to shotguns, I prefer the semi-autos. I think if she shot one, it would be a little bit smoother for her. She might like it a little bit better, you know. Yeah, and the higher price shotgun or whatever, in a semi-auto will even shoot even smoother, depending on the brand.
And I'm not against if we get a chance to try a semi-auto. I'm not against trying one. It's a personal thing for me, but to me, the sound of a pump action shotgun getting racked or whatever just sounds really cool and like makes you feel like a really cool
Badass.
Yes. So to me it's cool, but I'm willing to try other shotguns. For this particular one, you'll rarely see me shoot it unless I need to.
Yeah.
To learn how to shoot it better, sure, I'll practice it in nicer weather and that and start getting used to it. But after that, it'll just be to keep up the practice or for home defense if needed.
Right. Because the shortness of this, it would make a great home defense shotgun.
And I mean, on the plus side, if you run out of shells for it and you still need to go after someone, just whip it back behind you and smack them in the head with it, and you're going to do some damage. So it's two weapons in one.
It's quite the solid beast.
Not that I'm advocating hitting people with guns, but if you run out of rounds and you need to do that, it's there.
Yeah.
As long as you don't hit yourself in the process.
Just take off the barrel and whip them with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's all we have to say about this right now. If we shoot it some more, we'll let you know. We'll try and get that on camera too. I do actually, for the 20 gauge in the room, I do actually have buckshot. I don't remember if it's double aught buck or what, but I do know I got some buckshot rounds for it. I need to get some buckshot for this, but apparently the way ammo prices are anymore, they're going up. That might be a while. Mm-hmm. But the longer we wait, the higher the prices go. So we might just go, we got one box. But yeah, anything else you got to say?
As a side note, we bought this from Dick's Sporting Goods and Field and Stream when they sold guns.
Yeah.
You'll have to look elsewhere as they no longer sell guns.
Yeah, I hate that when they got rid of their guns. They got rid of their hunting department. They went almost all fishing, which, not really actually.
No,
I wish they went all fishing and camping.
Now it's Dick's House of Sport.
Yeah, and they got rid of Field and Stream. They got rid of their guns because of politics, and they said it took too long.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it takes too long if you keep pulling your employees off the gun counter to take them elsewhere.
Right.
Otherwise, for us, they were kind of the cheapest in town for guns. Mm-hmm. So now we got to look elsewhere, especially for handguns. So when Dick's did that, I was not happy.
No.
Still not happy. I went in there twice after the remodel, and to me, I wasn't impressed. They have a big climbing wall now, but if you want to climb the wall, you have to schedule an appointment with the person that runs it. But yeah, no more guns. Do they even still have the bows and arrows? I want to say they have a small selection of bows now.
They have a small selection because they still consider that a sport.
Yeah.
They've got a fishing area. It's not...
It kind of grew.
Kind of.
But it's not like they were.
They're more like football, soccer, basketball, baseball.
Yeah.
Some skating.
Kayaking.
More that they're focusing more on sports, which is good for them. But just as a side note, that's where we got the gun. You'll have to look elsewhere. Check your local gun stores if you have any. Check like gun shows or online. Mm-hmm. Look into the policies on buying them.
Right. But if you want this specific model, you probably won't find it new. Unless you get apparently the crappy models now that aren't reliable. I mean, you can try them. Some people still have luck with them. But...
And just a reminder with any gun, whatever gun you get requires practice.
Yeah.
So even if it's a shotgun, a handgun, a rifle, whatever you're lucky enough to own, find your local shooting range, or if you have property where you're able to shoot on it without putting others in danger, whatever the case may be, go out and practice.
Mm-hmm.
Do your research till you're comfortable. But if you go to a shooting range, make sure you know the rules for the shooting range.
Right. And if you're looking for a specific gun, bring up videos on it. See if there's any review videos on it. Watch them intently, study them, watch multiples of them, and see if it's getting good reviews. If it is getting good reviews, and you go to a store, and the employees of that store say, don't get that gun, it's crap, we have a lot of returns on it, you know, especially if it's a rifle. Oh, it doesn't shoot straight, it's not rifled, it's supposed to be rifled, but it's not. But all your research and everything saying it's a great gun, and it's something you can afford in your price range, don't let those employees deter you, because they could probably have their own favorites that are
trying to get you to buy them.
A lot more expensive, and they're going to try and get you to buy them. That's kind of how it was with the Savage rifles. I have not bought one yet. I kind of want one. But what I've looked up on reviews and videos, nobody hardly ever has any problems with those rifles. But they were knocking them bad, saying, oh, somebody bought one and it didn't have any rifling in it. It wasn't accurate. It wasn't reliable. Weren't they?
Mm-hmm. And then they would try and steer us towards other shotguns that weren't in our price range.
Right. Like I told them, I was like, I'm specifically looking through this price range, and it was like 100 to 250, maybe 300 tops. Mm-hmm. Well, they would take us to 300 and up. Mm-hmm. And some of those were getting into the $500 range. It's like, I know. I'm like, I do YouTube videos, and I don't care if you think it's shitty or not. If it is shitty, it's going on camera. If it isn't shitty, it's going on camera. So if it isn't shitty, or if it is shitty, then people are going to know about it through my video. And because I try and be as thorough and honest as possible on this channel. I'm not going to get a product from somebody and they go, oh, please rate us highly, or give us a 5-star review, or give us a great video. I'm going to be honest. You know, they can tell me that, but I'm going to be honest. If your product's crap, it's crap. I'm going to let you know about it. And we don't beat around the bush around here. But, yeah, enough ranting. So, but yeah, don't let your people at your stores steer you away from something that's in your budget or something you can afford.
Right.
At least try it. If it's something that it's no problem, man, it's not that much. It's not that much for you. You're not out a whole lot. But yeah, Savage Stevens 320. If you can find it, get it, model. The specific year body style. So, I hope you're all having a good day. Keep shooting. Stay warm if you're in a cold climate area right now. Last video I said stay cool. Well, I meant to say stay warm. But we will see you next time and have fun.